The forests, a precious resource, a gift of nature, quite unlike any other. To our ancestors, the forests provided an unlimited resource of building material, creating both things of utility and objects of beauty. For centuries, craftsmen have created masterpieces in wood. Both artisan and cabinet maker cherished wood for its inherent beauty. The splendor of wood, the warmth of its color, its texture and grain were held in admiration and respect. Many say that our forests are quickly becoming a thing of the past. These mighty stands of oak and ash, of walnut and cherry that laid claim to the land long before the coming of man, are dwindling, disappearing before our very eyes. An endangered species, they say. But what of the craftsman, of his unique understanding of wood's qualities and characteristics? The mighty forests regenerate and new trees replace the old, but the fine craftsman in the tradition of yesteryear has found himself to be, in fact, the endangered species.
They're here doing what they want to do because they like working with wood. They like creating that, and wood is a living thing.
Although the tradition of fine craftsmanship is rare, it can still be found today. This appreciation for quality and design integrity is the hallmark of John Widdicomb furniture. This apparent regard for quality is not happenstance. Many of these people have dedicated most of their lives to creating quality furnishings. They come from all over the world, learning their trade from the masters in the old world tradition of care, quality, and craftsmanship.
Each and every day, there are some types of training that's going on. The old teaching the new and passing on of skills, a face-to-face relationship that will transfer some of the training, some of the knowledge.
Each design is carefully researched and developed to highlight the grace, the charm of the era.
Everything we do, we try to put a label on it. It has to be within the boundaries of that style. So in a way you are restricted, but the end result is to come up with something very pleasing and that looks good and authentic.
The integrity of style is given precedence over the passing fashions of the modern world.
Then we work very closely with the man that's going to do the carving. I'll show him carving styles or techniques that show the feeling that I want. I'm not saying this is how I want it to look. I'm just saying I want it to have this feeling, and he knows what that means.
The designs are authentically faithful to the original detailing of the period. The creation of a John Widdicomb design follows the customs of fine cabinet making, of refusing to shortcut for the sake of convenience. Many of the methods are the same used at the company's inception more than a century ago. while other techniques have taken advantage of more modern approaches. All are based on fine craftsmanship, dependent on the sensitivity of human hands. The wood is nurtured by the hands of artisans. The sensitive touch of true masters coaxes these fine woods to unlock their natural elegance.
These cutters, they travel 10,000 revolutions per minute. And you got to know just how to hold a piece, because if you go against a grain, it'll kick. The first thing you know, it'll get you. And believe me, I had a lot of cuts in my day. It doesn't look good to me. It bothers me. I couldn't just say, well, the heck with it. Let it go. Or I want to get it right.
The ancient art of incised carving, of finely etched detail in many, many coats of lacquer, lives once again at John Widdicomb Company.
I would say 90% of what I do has to do with the Oriental background, and we do a lot of research in these to make sure they're all authentic, that we're not confusing or mixing up the wrong dynasties, that we're using the right motifs and elements in each one of the pieces we design.
The lavish details of the Ming Dynasty are brought to life, recalling the elegance of the period.
We've maintained the look, the essence of it, the spirit of it. The decorating is a little different. The incising patterns are a little different. But they're still authentic in the sense that they're typical Chinese motifs. But we made them here. So it's us. It's an expression of the John Widdicomb artisans.
Creating fine furniture requires skill, patience, years of training, and an understanding of beauty and of quality.
Well, I think that you feel as though you have done your best, and that this will be something that will go into a home and be loved, hopefully, and cherished and handed down from generation to generation. So it's not a case of you just do it and go home and forget it. Many of us take things home because we want more time to complete the work.
The delicate utilization of gesso precedes the application of the finest gold leaf, all to accentuate the highlights of many John Widdicomb heirlooms. It could be said that the craftsman is the true endangered species, a thing of the past. But the John Widdicomb tradition upholds the concept of fine craftsmanship and the sense of timeless aesthetics. intricate assembly of the finest veneers are carefully matched. The beauty and splendor of 18th century England and France are revealed in a mosaic of fine quality. Each person plays an important role in the birth of a John Widdicomb piece. Custom fabrics and top-grain leathers are carefully tailored to meet the customer's desires.
Do a good job, that's the main thing, you know. If I feel that doing a good job is more important than getting it out in a certain time span. Pride even comes from when you're a little kid and you're growing up and your parents teach you pride in your work. When you get done with the job and you can just stand back and look at it and say that, you know, you've done your best and you're pretty proud of it. That's what I like to go home feeling like.
The John Widdicomb Company values thoroughness and attention to detail. It's the basis of our quality.
It's a joy to work with a good product, a quality product, and it's a good joy to work in a plant that's not dying, but a plant that is growing, and I like that.
It's a teamwork thing that a camaraderie, because we're all creating something beautiful. We all had a hand in it.
See, we do the best work. Widdicombe's is #1. It always was, as long as I can remember. They want it just so.
John Widdicomb Company believes that, like the forests, the craftsman will never become extinct, as long as there breathes a person whose heart stirs at the sight of beauty.